plot by hitting the ball hard and getting out. And so it's a surface where you take a bit of time to settle in.
I'll be interested here to watch the ball going down to these batsmen from Imad Wasim. Imad Wasim is one of these guys who tends to sort of bowl with a bit of a saucer. So he doesn't have the seam really going down, rotating over the top. It tends to be on a bit of an angle, and often he hits the leather rather than the seam, and therefore it skids on. Like that. That just skidded on nicely.
Hits the turf with the stomach of the ball rather than the seam.
Yeah, that was a good example and a bad joke.
Apologize.
Oh, again, this is really good stuff from Imad Wasim. Imad Wasim is one of these guys who's been around all the various franchises around the world. He plays the T20 game perfectly.
Yeah, he's a smart bowler, thinking bowler, knows exactly what is expected of him, remains within his limits, doesn't try to experiment. So if that's his go-to ball, the angle back into the right hander, he'll keep on delivering it.
Cries of catch it, but it's over the top. Alford was fairly brisk, by the way, with the women's game earlier today. A couple of runs, the result there. Another tidy over for Pakistan, though. 4 from it, 9 for none.
Let the games begin. With more issues.
I'm just saying, you are dealing with the devil. I deal with the devil once a year. I hand him his Father's Day card and then I walk out.
More laughs.
I am an awesome, brilliant therapist.
In my clinical opinion, you're stupid.
More Charlie.
We gotta do this on a regular basis.
Anger management.
Number 3, Rassi van der Dussen, David Miller at 4, Henrik Klaassen at 5, and Dilly Peslaquayo, Chris Morris. That's a little bit leg side, and that's away. Not going to get away with that on this sort of surface. His first boundary. South African colours.
Yeah, the second time is erred in line and length. Looking to cramp him with a seam-up ball. Not required. I'd be happy really asking him to bowl 6 slow balls or 6 off-cutters. Pace on the ball is going to hurt you.
Really hard-working player. Here's Milan. There's a lot of work behind the scenes. Credit to his Cape Town franchise.
Just saw him letting his partner know what can be expected. Slow ball, wait and then hit. Don't be early into your shots.
This is a really good opening attack for Pakistan. Both these teams have got such varied attacks.
I mean, there's a reason why Pakistan have been so good in T20, courtesy of their bowling efforts. They've bowled out units 23 or 24 times in T20s, which is a world record, most by a team.
That string of, before the last game, 11 wins on the trot. That string was broken last game. I think the other thing about Pakistan also, Ramiz, and you've seen so much of them, they are so good in the middle overs. The entire 2018, they were going at only about 4 and over. I mean, that's amazing, middle overs.
Yeah, the bowlers have been briefed, their roles have been clarified. And they've got variety. There's spin, there is pace, there's Hassan Ali who can come in and bowl some reverse in the middle of the innings, especially good against the left-hander. And then there is Shadab, who's had a wonderful season as well. It's a very young side. I think the average age is around 24, 25, not more than that. Which is another positive.
I didn't hear what you said then. I was just thinking, if only.
Concentrate, Hazy.
Oh, that's a beauty. That's a lovely shot from Reza Hendricks. He likes the ball coming on, but he's dispatched that beautifully over the top of extra cover, and that's made us some overs. 11 off that, 20 for none.
Brought a smile on his face as well. The timing was flawless. Just trying to roll his fingers over that one, little bit of width, and that did it for the right-hander. It was a smack over cover. So much in control, great execution. Knew exactly where to place it and put it over the infield. Glorious.
Bang on 5 and over at the moment in the Powerade power play. That goes to 6 overs. And just to refresh it for you, maximum of only 2 fielders allowed outside the circle. So 11 off that last one. They're going to try and drag 1 or 2 back here, Pakistan. Bowling change now. Shinwari, and he doesn't mind bowling the Wanderers with a white ball. Oh, he's picked that up. That has been moosed into the crowd just in front of the scoreboard. Flat 6.
Oh, absolutely nailed it. What a shot. And pressure on Shinwari. First ball has been hit for a 6. Effortless strike, to say the least. Picked up the length early and bang, smack out of the middle of the bat. Almost into the KFC hut.
I mean, how's that shot?
Yeah, I never could extend his arms. It's just pure timing.
Wow, that was extraordinary. What a way to start the over for South Africa, transferring enormous pressure now. Shinwari is changing his angle, coming around. Oh, he might go again. He has gone again. 6 more runs.
There's no point in bowling at 141 clicks on this pitch. He's got to understand the value of slow deliveries. 2 seam-up balls, 2 sixes. It's not going to work for Shinwari. He's got to adapt, improvise, adjust. That is far too short, and just a help yourself shot.
So all the good work in the previous overs undone now. Suddenly the bowler's mind is scrambled. Two terrific shots from Malan.
I know it's early to say it, but Shinwari could be a bit of a misfit on a track like this. Unless he understands the value of slow balls, or Shoaib Malik just drills it into him quickly. He's going to leak runs. This was a beautiful shot. At the wings to almost go to KFC. And another smack.
Was into the bucket. Halfway through the 5th. 12 from it at this stage. Plenty of sunshine now, which is good to see. Let's hope that rain has disappeared, by the way. Looked like it was going to cause a few issues earlier, but skirted around the stadium.
It's a beautiful day. Clear. The sky is not growling at us, which is great. It was angry just about an hour back. Roaring.
No cloud build-up and excessive crowd build-up now. Change of pace. It's nicely bowled.
Yes, we talk a great deal about batsmen adjusting to the pitch conditions. Same goes for the bowlers. They've got to hit the bullseye straight away in T20 cricket. Can't afford a couple of looseners or loose lengths. Sum up the pitch and just get working on it straight away. Took him 5 balls to adjust, and by that time the damage has been done, or was done. 13 from the over. Big over for South Africa. They've got the rhythm.
Walked across a little bit. Shinwari at one stage got a little bit excited, not to be. 33 for none.
थ्रिल का कॉल रूपे प्रो वॉलीबॉल.
Afternoon of cricket. So Hendricks and Milan, 33 unfinished at this stage. The Commerce Rocks now for the next little while. It's going to be Graham Smith and Pomi Mbangwa. Good afternoon, gents.
Afternoon, Hayes. It's turning out to be a beautiful afternoon. We thought lots of rain around, but no, sun. And shots like that, excellent from the debutant. I don't think that's the place to bowl on this surface. Slow and stopping, why would you bowl there? Got the punishment, Pom.
Yes, seem intent to test him on the short delivery, and so far he's played 3 beautiful pull shots. Couple of sixes, here's a 4. Excellent batting. What a start for the young man.
A solid start for South Africa. We've spoken a lot about the fact that the surface is slow. It's taken grip through the women's game. The first couple of overs today we've seen sit in the surface. The key, especially against a subcontinent team, wickets in hand. No, 38 for nothing South Africa. So post the power play will have a huge advantage to press against the spin.
Four more. Again short. Sits up in the pitch. And it's put away beautifully. This time by Reza Hendricks.
Well, Hassan Ali's taking a long time to learn yet. Nothing delivery again on a slow surface. Batsmen have long time to adapt and punish. This one in front of square. Excellent batting from South Africa, taking advantage of the opportunities that are being dished up.
I did think that Shoaib Malik would go to spin quite early, and I know he started with Imad Wasim, but he doesn't really turn the ball. Shadab Khan, and he's playing 3 of them. I think that he'd try and actually beat the opening batsman with turn, rather than look to restrict them.
Yeah, and this is what amazes me sometimes with bowlers, and the captain, you have to step in. When a surface is offering you a delivery that is a go-to, like the slower ball. We've seen the left armers when they've bowled those, rolled their fingers across it, gripped it. It's gripped in the surface and turned, which is quite difficult as a batter, especially when you're looking for pace on the ball. So why not go 2 or 3 in a row? Why go short and Yeah, 6 slow balls in a row. Why not? That's what the surface is telling you to do. Maybe they went to bed last night, thought we're playing at the Wanderers, I'm going to get pace and bounce, and haven't adapted to the way the surface is playing.
Yeah, players, though, normally are much quicker with that adaptation. There's a slower ball you're asking about, and yields good results. It's a dot. There's almost a default setting which you probably need to clear when it comes to 2020 cricket, where you're running up and you're bowling seam up all the time, even on good surfaces where slow ones would be better. Thinking too, but ball quickly to the fence, so just a single. 11 off that one. It's 44 without loss.
Let the games begin.
With more issues,
I'm just saying, you are dealing with the devil. I deal with the devil once a year. I hand him his Father's Day card and then I walk out.
more laughs,
I am an awesome, brilliant therapist.
In my clinical opinion, you're stupid.
more Charlie.
We gotta do this on a regular basis.
Anger management,
Great power play insert, you'd be pulling your hair out because Pakistan haven't adapted to the surface. So many highlights of short pitch bowling that have travelled to the boundary. Now they need to adapt. Imad Wasim, will we see Shoaib Malik today? We're definitely going to see Shadab Khan. Play the surface, not the man.
Opportunity to spread the field far and wide. 3 leg side. Deep backward squared. Deep mid wicket. In fact, you'd probably say it's just forward of square in that fence. And then long on. And then sweeping on that on side. Offside is long off and cover sweeper. A little bit of turn. Ever so slight. He's always trying to tuck the batsman up, give no room. So that's pitching outside leg and then turning.
Well, look at the difference in seam position from the one before. It came out like a saucer, the ball one. There was the arm ball. That one off spinner, more of a 45-degree angle. Grips in the surface. Lands on the seam. Good change-ups from Imad. He's bowled well.
You know, though, when you have him turn some, that the surface is actually turning, because even when he does put revs on it and he bowls like a normal spinner, it doesn't turn too many. It just goes on with the arm. That's where he's bowled today, and it's typical of him to be right on the stumps. He doesn't turn too many. Oh, half a shout from the keeper. Some more turn.
Yeah, well, the cipher tells us even more of how Pakistan have gone wrong. Look at his grip in the surface now. As you said, Palmy Mud, not a big turn over the ball, and he's getting nice turn, nice bounce. Maybe a slip in play. Wickets needed.
It's tough for Hanuman Malan, because as he looks across to the other end, this is what he sees. There's the arm ball. It's a definite arm ball as he bowls it, and it's got to come in towards the right-hander, and that's when he's put some revs on it, and it's not a whole lot by way of how spinners go in turning the ball, but he's getting some purchase. And it's hard for Malan because he's got to get himself away from playing for turn. Maiden in 2020 cricket, 44 without loss.
थ्रिल का कॉल रुपे प्रो वॉलीबॉल।
We've had 7, and there's absolutely nothing in over 7. Maiden bowled by Imad Wasim. A lovely time out there, no wickets as yet, but he's gone for just 13 in his 3. They were good at coming back, Pakistan, in game number 1 and restricting South Africa when they really should have got 220. And the restriction job is happening earlier here. Expect him to turn it.
Now, when you're looking at setting a total, you've got to take the surface into play, where you're playing, Wanderers, yes, altitude, fast outfield. But I think today anything around 150, 160 is going to be a great score. Shamsi, big wicket-taking option for South Africa, second innings. South Africa will be learning surely pace off the ball, seamers using grippers.
Beautiful batting. It's an excellent shot. The execution of it, aware that there's going to be turn, going with the turn, and he just has to go over the head of extra cover. Good timing on it, 2 for 4.
Sharab Khan, a good short form bowler, but South Africa played him extremely well in the last couple of games. He's travelled. The surface with spinning, he'll be disappointed. The inside out over cover. Maybe just quite hasn't got his pace right on the last couple of games. That's the 50 up for South Africa. Great start. Debutant having a good first outing.
Yeah, they've been googlies and toppies really first up from Sharab Khan. Wonder if that's a sign of the lack of confidence. Yes, yes, on the fall as well. 6.
It's almost like South Africa have had a chat and said that first over, let's target Sharab Khan. Don't let him settle. And again today, that seems the case. First the one over cover from Yanaman Malan, and then Reza Hendricks down on one knee, square sweep, and it sails, lands on the rope.
He's looking for confirmation there, whether it's right on the rope or just inside. Certainly with the naked eye, looked like it smashed into the rope, the advertising on the rope. Yep. Certainly collects it on the way. It hits the bottom of the advertising.
Come on, Hazy, give us a signal there, boy. There's he right there. Half volley, they say.
You don't want those 2 runs to come into play later.
Little subtle things that deep mid-wicket can come squarer, maybe a lot tougher on a slow wicket to hit the ball straight. Sweeps become more of an option. So little captaincy, small margins, bowler and captain need to connect. Talked a lot in the build-up, end of the over, 55 for nothing. A lot in the build-up about David Miller's first outing as captain. So small changes, not a lot of time.
थ्रिल का कॉल रुपे प्रो वॉलीबॉल।
बोले
13 dots balls is bowled. 3 overs and 1 ball. I said none for 13 previously when he finished and saying he had a fabulous day. None for 6 actually. That's what he was. Ahmad Wasim.
ball medic.
Same sort of thing in the previous game. They bowled him out and he went at a whole lot less than everybody else. Seems so Malik's quite happy to have him build the pressure early on, don't save any overs at all.
I see 45 going into play now. That wasn't their last over for Imad. Another dot to Yanaman. He's building the pressure on him as Imad made an over last one.
Yeah, you discover also what shots you need to develop as a youngster. You turn up at international level. Oh, gone. The pressure told. Too many dots to him, and he felt he had to do something. The guile of Imad Wasim that time away from the stumps rather than straight at him, and he gets his man.
Yeah, growing up in South Africa, you don't get exposed to high quality spin, and Imad Wasim just built the pressure on him. Good control, the mix of the arm ball and the grippers. Turn that one, the pressure just built. Didn't have a shift or game plan, kept trying the same thing over and over again, and he will learn and grow his game from today. But in the end, good first outing for Yanaman Milan, 33, South Africa 58 for 1.
थ्रिल का कॉल रूपे प्रो वॉलीबॉल।
Van der Dussen to the crease. He's had a wonderful start to his international career, particularly the one-day series. So dominant, and his fourth match for South Africa in this format. 150, strike rate 127. Still early on in his career.
Been so good temperamentally during this international season. Get an opportunity, and away he's gone. He's used to being at the top of the order. Bats with Reza Hendricks domestically. Let's look at the dismissal. They are hunting a straight one there as he came down, but bowler aware that he could come at any time, and he adjusts and beats him.
Especially a guy at the top of the order, he'll be taught hit the ball up the ground, mid-off, mid-on. That'll be his lessons that he would have been ingrained in him as a young man, and now you get to this level, you get exposed to different surfaces around the world, different skills. He'll have to add that sweep shot to his game, especially in the short formats. Mix it up a little bit more, but he'll learn and grow from today. Well, Yanaman Milan.
Excellent. This has been from Imad Wasim. 1 for 9 from his 4 overs. 17 dots in that. It's 58 for 1.
Right, Adele, what are your thoughts? 58 for 1, the run rate is going at just under 6.5. What are you thinking?
Yeah, it's a tough wicket, not a usual Wanderers wicket. So a little bit subcontinent, like the subcontinent. So our feeling was we needed to actually capitalize. So we were lucky we could watch the women play, and we saw the ball turning and stopping. So we understand that's what we're up against, and I think they're obviously going to try and adapt as well as they can at the moment.
And what about some messages back to the players in the dugout? Is that constant?
Yeah, after 6 overs we get an idea of what the batters feel. So that's the sort of message. It's not the usual 230, 240 Wanderers wicket in a T20. We feel that probably 170 is a decent score.
Right, Dale, thanks for your time.
Cheers.
Yep, recalibrated and readjusted. 170. Yeah, it's probably a little out of reach, actually. And then I suppose you've got to take into consideration that if you do have a good 5-over period at the end, you'll score a whole lot more.
Yeah, one thing South Africa can consider is the left-hand combinations. Pakistan got a lot of left-arm seamers, so their slow deliveries generally turning into the left-hander. Unless Shoaib Malik bowls, Shadab Khan, generally a leg spinner turning in. So that might be the option. Keep that left-hand right combinations, mixing it up, making sure you have a left hand at the crease through the last 10. Things that they need to consider here.
And what you have with